Here's the thing, you go there with a flask and your own diaper, you're set for the rest of the game. You know how they're doing it too, and we'll get to this in just a second. They're doing it with pitching, and they did it with the long ball again last night. Here's Justice Smoke really breaking it open in the second inning. One pitch, fly ball, center field deep. Backcourt, Billy Burns still running. He's running, out of room. There she goes. They're on their feet again here at the Rogers Center. A 3-run home run for Justin Smoke. Yeah, there you go. That was it. Second inning, made 10-2. John Gibbons saying, you know what? Forget about the long ball. Our man R.A. Dickey was great today, and he deserved all the support.
He's been on a nice little roll. He continues on that roll, but he was due for some run support, along the way. My gosh, he deserved that.
And R.A. Dickey really appreciated it. The same monotone thing you get from him after every game. Never get too high, never get too low, just doing his job.
We still understand that we have 10 more games against the Yankees. We've got games against the Orioles. We got games, people trying to catch us. We're not going to be under the radar against anybody any longer.
Loves the buzz, though, don't you, R.A.?
We want people to get excited about it. We want the fans to get excited about it. We want people to really enjoy what's happening, because it's a long time coming for this city and this team, and this country.
Yeah, it sure is. What was it, 8,000 days or something like that Ryan said early? 8,000 days. You think about it in terms of days, that's ridiculous. 23 years now since 1993. It's the same feeling, it's the same buzz, the same vibe. Not the same manager, though. Gibby had the line of the night when he was told that he was finally successful as a manager.
Gibby, the win put your career record one game above 500 for the first time since June 18th, 08. Does that make you feel good?
I better quit now. Go down the winner.
And hard not to feel great for the guy, too, as John Gibbons has been nothing but supportive of his guys, especially when he didn't need to be. But there you go. You find your Toronto Blue Jays in first place in the AL East in a very short order after making these trades. And what a 2-3 week span it's been for the Blue Jays.
Oh, absolutely. And by the way, Gibby was part of that 1985 New York Mets team. Like, that was like
Miracle Mets.
Well, no, the ugly Mets, like Dwight Gooden, all those guys. There was a book called The Bad Guys Won. I mean, they were a bad team. They had Gary Carter, Mookie Wilson, 22 bad guys, and then a third-string catcher named John Gibbons. Basically, it's an interesting read. So he goes back to that era. But to have everything else we just talked about, the Leafs last hour, a little bit rebuild, all these other things, to have Alex Anthopoulos and the organization make a statement about screw all the stuff about down the road. We're gonna do it now. Yeah. Go out making those moves, and then JP Ricciardi used to have money, always the injury play, injury. Well, guess what?
He wore a hell of a pair of Oakley sunglasses, though, didn't he? No one wore sunglasses like JP Ricciardi.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's because he was hiding.
Well, then Encarnacion out of the lineup last night, no problem. Put Colabello in at cleanup and hits the grand slam home run, or excuse me, hits the home run dinger. So. No excuses. Just go out and do it.
Speaking of no excuses, too, Shine to Be wrote a great article. You can get it at sportsnet.ca talking about the little things, and this is why they've been so successful. It's not the long ball. It's not the turnaround pitching. Those are contributing factors. It's really the attitude. Troy Tulowitzki running out a routine grounder in the third. They're up 10-2 at this point, as if his life depended on it. Ryan Goins with Stephen Vogt bearing down on him in fourth inning. He didn't move. He made the bear and went to first. Or Kevin Pillar charging at Billy Burns' base hit. Spinning, firing the ball back. Chris Colabello unselfishly not trying to hit a home run in the sixth. He just tried to put the ball in the middle to get some add-on runs. This isn't the sign of a team that's doing it for themselves. It's a sign of a team that's doing it for... And it doesn't matter what inning it is. And case in point, Kevin Pillar the other night, the team's up, 9-3? Right. Sacrifices his body, makes an inning-saving catch in center field. And that's how this team played. And that's the sign of a great team, a team that doesn't quit.
And it's not just
no
the
matter the
superstars, right? We talk about the stars a lot because, those are the guys with the big names, but great teams, have contributors from all over, and we're seeing that. Colabello batting fourth. He's got a 9-game hitting streak, 328 average on the season, 370 on base. That's ridiculous. Great find by Alex Anthopoulos. Even a guy like Liam Hendricks. We talked about the bullpen, how great it's been of late. Liam Hendricks has allowed only 3 runs since May 27th in 21 appearances. I mean, he's been lights out. So it's everyone from the stars down to the role guys. Everybody's a part of that, and it's just so rewarding to watch because every day we come on in the morning and we feel like, oh, we're not talking about this guy enough, right? And it's terrific.
And the guy we're not talking about today anyway, and you go back to when they won it, and I know they added the Jack Morrises and the Dave Winfields and all those other guys later, but they had a strong starting pitching staff and things putting it together.
you got this closer has to be the real deal. I mean, it was Dwayne Ward, Tom Hankins. Until you got this 20-year-old kid, until you got those guys, you know, you were missing that piece. It was Bill Cottle and all those guys back then. And we've seen everybody and his brother and sister try to do that role for the Toronto
Billy Koch, Jim Ryan,
you name it. And for all of a sudden, a young guy like this with this kind of composure, like he did in Yankee Stadium on the weekend. I mean, you have to have that guy hopefully be the real deal, not just catching lightning in a bottle right now. That's huge.
He's got ice in his veins too. You know, when you walk in, your first out in the major leagues, your first strikeout in Major League Baseball is against Alex Rodriguez. Yeah, and I don't know if you saw it. It was his very first game of the season. He gets in there, and the first guy he strikes out is in the 7th inning. First guy he strikes out is A-Rod, takes the ball, throws it back to the bench. He's like, I want that to be the benchmark. And then he walks into Yankee Stadium during the sweep a week ago, and he gets 2 saves. First guy to get 2 saves under the age of 20 in Yankee Stadium ever in the history of the Bronx Bombers, which is something. And he continues to, and the one thing you think about when you watch a pitch too is you go, my God, at some point in time, it's got to get to the kid. But nothing gets to the kid. Yeah, nothing. And he continues to throw smoke.
The one thing about Rosuna, like, man, he's a stud. He goes out, he does his thing. And, you know, I remember the first time I first heard of Trouble News that they brought in this Rosuna pitcher. I'm like, man, and watching his first game, like, man, this guy's only 20 years old. Think what he's gonna be like in the next 5, 10 years down the road. This guy is good. This guy is a stud. Maybe a potential Hall of Famer one day, but you know, you look at some of the other Blue Jays pitchers that they have, like Roger Clemens, you know, quite like something, but Rosuna, this guy is gonna be, I said for Rosuna, he's something the next 5-10 years from now.
And he continues to be effective. And you know what? He gave up one of the most impressive outings I saw the other day. He gave up a double in the 9th. I can't remember what game it was. Was it against the Yankees? I think it was against the Yankees. Gives up a double in the 9th and comes back and gets the next 2 guys, mows them down. And I thought to myself, that's the stuff, right? You know, that's what you want out of your closer. A guy that, hey, guy tagged him. It was a great pitch, 97-mile-an-hour fastball, puts it over Jose Bautista. It's a double. You got a guy on, 1 out, and you go and mow the next 2 guys down because you got the stuff. I mean, he is, and a lot of people say, are you comfortable going with him into the playoffs? Yeah, big time, because maybe ignorance is bliss and his age would dictate that he doesn't know any better, but my God, not knowing any better is a good thing in this case.
Right, but it's a really interesting storyline going forward, because we're having a lot of fun here. It's still August. And how does a 20-year-old...
And it is a half-game lead.
Right, oh yeah. And let's enjoy it. I don't care if some people are like, it's still August. Of course it is, but we've had this in 22 years, so let's have...
You know, he's got over 200 wins. This year, I never thought a team that, since spring training, they were trying to find an identity. Now, the baseball trade deadline, you look at them now, I know they're going to sweep the Athletics yet today, rest up, go and face the Yankees again. Maybe Toronto Blue Jays are going to set a record. They're going to have 3 sweeps. They swept the Yankees. They're going to sweep the Athletics. And they're going to sweep the Yankees again. They're going to sweep the Yankees twice. But I see a team, Toronto Blue Jays become the first team bit by they become the first team in baseball history to sweep 2 teams. They sweep the Yankees, they're going to sweep the A's, and they're going to sweep the Yankees again.
fun with it. But it is an interesting storyline having a closer like that. If we are in the playoffs, everything shakes out, that's great. But an important 2 wins.